Hello, everyone, and as always, thank you for tuning into WXOU Sports on YouTube. We are live here from the OU Credit Union Arena for an NCAA men's college basketball matchup between our Oakland Golden Grizzlies and the IU Indy Jaguars. I am Gavin Smilowski, your play-by-play for today, and to my right is our color commentator, Harjun Buttar. Harj, what can we expect from these two teams today?
Yeah, really excited for this game, Gavin. Let's talk about IU Indy first. Starting a new dynasty, a new regime, if you will. Head coach Paul Corsaro came over from D2 University of Indianapolis, and this team is looking different, Gavin. IUPUI has historically been in the Horizon League, one of those teams that just can't seem to get out of their own way. But with this new regime, it seems like they're finally finding that momentum that they need to get over the hump. They've brought over 4 or 5 new transfers that have all had history with Paul Corsaro, and they are looking to really build this team from the ground up. The foundation is there. Let's see over the next couple weeks how good this team is going to be. They match up well against Oakland. These are two teams that are trying to find their way. Oakland is currently 8th in the Horizon League. They're not doing super well. They've usually had a few good shooters, kind of as part of their arsenal, but no one's really stepped up to that role. We talked about it in the pregame. No one's really kind of taken over that job for these Golden Grizzlies, and I think they're also just trying to find their identity. They have a really good inside paint game with Alan Mukeba and Baru Neva-Larua, but they really have not been able to find anything from the perimeter. DQ Cole has not had a great start to the season. Malcolm Christie was doing pretty well, and then he's, come up with some injuries. And it just seems like the reserves for this team have not been able to get the production and efficiency that Oakland needs in order to be successful on offense.
Yes, offensively, it's definitely been the struggle. For anyone who is, I guess, just from, looking at it at eye level, from, someone who just casually watches here and there, one of the things you're going to notice is that poor shooting percentage, or just poor shooting in general. And when you take a look at the team, they are currently last in the Horizon League in three-point percentage at 27%. And with shooting like that, especially a team that, historically doesn't base their winning off shooting, but comparing it to what we saw last season from guys like Lampman, DQ Cole even at the time, and of course Jack Bolke, that was, in a way, a difference than their normal identities. And so far, they have not had that at all this season. And it's as if, unfortunately, they're not able to pick up on everything else to kind of pick up the slack.
Exactly.
This OU team is a team that is dependent on defense. I would say historically, the Greg Campy zone is known. It's something you have teams before the league starts, or before the Horizon League starts every year. These out-of-conference teams that want to play Oakland.
And these are high-level teams, too, and these are like Power 4 teams, and they struggle against this Campy zone defense. And this has been the shining star for this team. It has actually been one of the saving graces, the fact that they have won games. They come out and they play very, very, very tenacious defense. The problem is going to be, can they continue to play this level of defense throughout the entire game? We talked about it in the pregame. They are the best 20-minute team in basketball. They have held leads against teams like Illinois, Michigan State, Arkansas, and a number of Horizon League opponents. It's just they got to make sure that they get going in the second half, hit the ground running. And for IUPUI, you got to feed guys like Paul Zelinskis leading their team, 3rd in the Horizon League in points. You need to generate some offense and really get this Golden Grizzlies defense off their track. Because if you don't, the likelihood that you'll be able to pick up the slack is higher than it was in previous years. But don't get me wrong, it's still very tough to crack this code that is the Greg Campy zone defense.
It's going to have to come forward tonight because, as you said, Zelinskis, he averages 18 points a game and shoots an astounding 42% from three.
Exactly.
So this is a guy that's going to hit pretty much half of what you give him. So you got to clamp down on him early. These guys, you got a lot of interior defense on this OU zone. Yep. They have to get out and they have to attack shooters and contest them in some sort of way. Yeah,
just got to cut the wings out. Yep. Make sure that Zelinskis doesn't find some hiding spot in the corner. And, go to work. And the obvious thing is you need to do the opposite. You need to find those corner shots. You need to get those open looks from 3 and really get going on offense here against the IU Indy Jaguars.
And the opening tip goes to the Grizzlies. Up top, Jones has got it. Flips it over to DQ Cole, nearly deflected out of bounds. That's going to come off of Alec Millender, and it'll remain with Oakland. Isaiah Jones will take it out. Inbound pass to DQ Cole at the Grizzly logo, picked up by Millender. Nearly loses it again. Looking for someone, picks up his dribble. Down low, Jones on the block, finds Mukeba. Out to Hoth, lets one go. And that rattles out, rebounded by the Jaguars.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Good job by Mukeba to see that Hoth was wide open from three. You just got to have confidence in those shots, and you'll be able to knock them down once you get your mind right.
Millender picked up by Jones at half court. Looks for something, a little bit of movement underneath. Flips it over to Craig. Sean Craig's got it. Down low, Garner. And back up top, Jarvis Walker loses that one. And right off the bat, I'm noticing Zelinskis is not on the floor.
Yeah, that's a bit surprising.
A bit of a different start than I'd expect.
Yeah, a bit of a different start. We also noticed that Jack Hoth is on the floor.
Yes.
Not typically one of those guys who starts. I think, with the injuries that Oakland has had over the last couple weeks, they've needed guys to burn their red shirts.
Ball in the corner. Walker fakes it. Back up top, full swing to Millender. DQ Cole, the defender. In the corner, that one goes. Off back iron, rebounded by Hoth.
Yeah, good job there by Mukeba. Saw that number 7 was wide open from the corner and really quickly closed out there.
DQ up top. Picked up by Millender. Hands it off to Jones. Looks for Hoth. Finds him. He attacks. Left block up with the right hand off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Jaguars. They're in transition. Walker with it. Goes up with the left hand and good for 2.
Bad finishing on Oakland's end. Great finishing by Jarvis Walker there for IU Indy.
Quick transition. One thing teams like to do against this zone, against the Campy zone, is not allow them to settle in. So that attack, that quick transition can cause problems.
That's especially prevalent in the second half when, Campy puts those guys out there that have been playing well offensively, but, they may tend to be defensive liabilities.
Ball up top in the hands of Nivalarua. He attacks with the shoulder. Ball torn away, and bodies on the floor. That'll be a jump ball. Ball goes to the Jaguars.
Grizzlies are really struggling to get it inside. Great read there by Jack Hoth to cut to the rim, but other than that, Oakland really has not had anything easy down low in the paint.
Garner catches Nivalarua coming through the hole, sort of like a linebacker, and is able to rip that ball from him and force the turnover. Ball up top, Millender. He attacks DQ Cole. And that ball's taken away by Hoth. In transition, 2-on-1, gives it up to Jones, and that's a foul. I believe they're going to give him, I'm assuming that's going to be called on the floor. If Hoth would have went up with that, they probably would have given him the shooting foul, but honestly, a good decision to try to give it up to Jones in transition.
It looked like he wanted to make that extra pass to Jones, but, timed it right and drew that foul.
DQ will take it out underneath the Oakland basket. Into Mukeba. He's got it on the block. Going low. Pass out to DQ. Lets one go. That's up, and that rattles in for 3.
Beautiful job there by Isaiah Jones. Saw that DQ was wide open, and DQ is one of those guys who, he has that confidence, and he'll make those shots when you need him to.
Off to a good start, too. That's what you want with a guy who it's almost as if he catches fire. You need to start off doing well early. Ball in the corner. Craig, full court pass to Walker, who lets one go. That one rattles out. Rebounded by Nivalarua.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy there on the defensive rebound, not going to lie. Oakland's got to be a little bit more communicative, make sure that they know who's going to get that rebound.
Cole up top, closely guarded by Millender. Jab step, takes off to the left. Uses Mukeba as a screen, lets one go, just off target. But that one's going to come off the hands of Walker, and it will remain with the Grizzlies out on the sideline. Checking in to the game is still not Zelinskis for the IU Indy Jaguars. Ball up top, Nivalarua. DQ's got it. Guarded by Millender. Swings it over to Jones. Down low, Mukeba finds himself open. Up strong with the right hand for 2.
Love that. Find Mukeba down low. He's probably your best offensive weapon in the paint. Great job there by Oakland to get that going.
Tamaris Brown as he checks in. Ball down low. Millender's got it. Tries to move it out. Flips it to Walker. Walker attacks with the right hand. Off in a little bit of nothing. Rebounded by Hoth. Good read.
Yeah, great job there by Isaiah Jones. Found that defensive slide there and closed out quickly.
Jones offensively a little out of control. Jump ball will go back to the Grizzlies. So Isaiah Jones catching a break there as he comes out for his brother Jalen, checking in for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they were playing a little bit taller there with DQ and Isaiah, and now I think they're going to try to play with a little more speed basketball, a little bit small ball with Jalen Jones coming in.
Ball taken out by Jones. Finds Mukeba up over top of Garner, and he runs through him. Blocking foul called on the Jaguars. And Oakland will take it out under the basket. I'm very interested to see what Campy's doing here with Hoth, not someone who really gets any playing time. And he is starting this game, Jack Hoth, for the Grizzlies, and he's had a good impact so far.
Well, I think the role is for Jack Hoth to replace Malcolm Christie. We knew a lot of stuff coming out about Jack and his twin brother Chang about how prolific of shooters they were in JUCO, and the hope is that they can potentially recreate some of that production at Oakland.
Good rebound there, keeping the ball alive for the Jaguars. Ball up top, Millender. High screen set by Brown. Flips it back to Brown. Hoth, the defender, in the corner to Walker. Down low is wide open. Up with the right hand. Easy two for Gardner.
Miscommunication there. Mukeba thought he was going up high, and then the IU Indy player just slipped past for that easy basket.
Ball up top. Jones flips it to Hoth. Hoth attacks. Cuts back out to DQ. Finds Nivalarua at the free throw line. Attacks down on the block. Up and good for an and one. Free throw on the way. What a play.
One thing I'm noticing is Oakland is finally getting some motion in their offense. We haven't really seen this a whole lot throughout this year, especially early on. These Big 10, Big 12 opponents, they tend to discourage that, but I think now they're becoming a little more comfortable with it, and it's working. It's working, Gavin.
The confidence needs to be something that we take into these next few games coming off the NKU win. It's a media timeout here at the OU Credit Union Arena. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We have a 7-4 ball game, 3-point lead for the Golden Grizzlies over the IU Indy Jaguars with 15 minutes to go in the first half. This is an important Horizon League matchup for the Grizzlies here. As anyone who's listening at the beginning of the game, Hard, you mentioned both these teams trying to find their footing, 8th and 9th place for Oakland and IU Indy respectively. Both kind of looking to get their way in this league right now. And a free throw on the way from Neville Rule. Flanks out. Rebounded by IU Indy. Going the opposite way. And in the game is Zelinskis now for IU Indy, he is the highest scoring, or leads the team in scoring and leads the Horizon League in 3-point percentage. Hasn't got a whole lot of time, or this is his first time seeing the floor in this game. Good left-footed floater from the elbow goes down for Brown.
Yeah, left a little bit too much space there, and you don't want to close out because you know that guy's going to probably draw a foul.
Ball in the corner. Hoth had the opening. Zelinskis cuts him off. Down low. Mukeba's got it. Guarded by Garner. Goes strong up with the right hand. Passes it out to Baru. Baru fakes it. 2 pump fakes. Gets him going and off the backboard for 2.
Yeah, a little bit of patty cake there between Mukeba and Baru. And Baru got the soft little touch there with the right hand. Great job.
Jaguars coaching staff furious that they fell for those pump fakes. That one up for Zelinskis. Off target. Rebounded by Jones. In transition, he's got it. 2 on 4. Gives it up. In the corner, Hoth. That one's up. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Zelinskis, and he's pushing the transition.
That's another good shot opportunity that Oakland's wasted here, and they got to find some footing here.
Walker's got it. Guarded by Woodrich. Back up top. This is Craig. He goes up. Wow, and a tough bucket for 2 there. Good defense by Hoth, but just stronger. And Jones will take it up top. Guarded by Walker. Trying to find Hoth and Woodrich. Ends up with Mukeba down low, who's open for the easy layup. 2 more for the Grizzlies. Score 11-8 with 13 minutes to go here in the first half. Ball checked over to Brown. He's got it. Over to Zelinskis. Guarded by Hoth. In the corner is Craig. He comes back up top. Finds Zelinskis at the elbow. Mismatch here as he goes up for 2 over Jones.
Yeah, we've seen Zelinskis, and we've kind of understood Zelinskis to be a 3-point threat, but he's 6'5", and he's got some meat on him. He can get to that rim if he wants to, and he did right there.
The grad student from Lithuania making a real impact for this IU Indy team. And on the drive, Zelinskis commits the foul on Jones. That'll put IU Indy at 3 team fouls, 1 personal for Zelinskis.
One thing that I have noticed about Oakland is their opponents usually get into foul trouble really early in the half, and then they don't use it to their advantage. Right now, IU Indy is sitting at 3 fouls, and they're still way more than half of this first half left to play. Oakland should be able to take advantage of IU Indy, potentially get them to draw more fouls, get them into foul trouble, but then you have to start utilizing it. Go to the line, and then obviously this has become a problem for Oakland. You got to make your free throws as well.
Ball inbounded to Mukeba. He's got it. Back to the basket. The defender, good. Passes out to Jones. He attacks. And blocked there by Zelinskis. Good read. Isaiah Jones goes into a crowd of 3 as he checks back into the game, along with Nassim Mashur and Cooper Craigs. They both hit the floor. Rutland and Millender coming back for IU Indy. Mukeba's got it again back to the basket. Passes out to Mashur, finds himself open. Soft touch and buries it for 3.
Nassim Mashur, the freshman, making an impact here. We said he might be one of those guys who becomes a cornerstone of Oakland basketball, and he's showing why right there.
We've seen it so much before with younger guards. You know, you had Blake Lampin come over, and what an impact he had for the Grizzlies over his time here in Auburn Hills. I mean, huge impact. You can see the younger guys, younger point guards coming in and playing like that. It can make a difference.
Yeah, he grew into his role here, learned a lot from Coach Campy, developed a really tight connection with Campy, and, you know, made the most of his opportunities.
Ball inbounded by Zelinskis. Barely makes it across the floor to Rutland, who gives it up off the backboard, off target on that 3. That was a sloppy possession by IU Indy.
Yeah, he really put all of his muscle into that one, and it didn't look clean there.
Ball up top by DQ Cole. Refs letting a lot go right now.
Yeah,
very physical game. Tough old school basketball. Score 14-10 with 11:40 to go. Craigs has got it. Finds DQ Cole, guarded by Zelinskis. Mashur open on the double screen, lets one go, and knocks down another one.
Beautiful job there. Seemed kind of Jack Golke-ish coming off that screen and firing an open 3. Beautiful.
And that's going to force a timeout from IU Indy. 2 back-to-back threes from Ashur in the Grizzlies. 17-10, 11-30. We're going to be back with you shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. Score is 17-10 lead for the OU Grizzlies over the IU Indy Jaguars with 11:30 left to go in the first half. Good performance so far from the Grizzlies. But as we were saying during the break, Harj, this is what we've seen all season from OU out of the first half, and they're 3-4 in the conference.
Best 20-minute team of basketball, Gavin. They play a really good, solid first half. They seem like they're on top of the world. And then something happens, I would say about 4 minutes left in the first half, and it just kind of carries over to the first few minutes, first frame of the second half. And Oakland just isn't able to get themselves out of this rut.
Ball off target there from Rutland. Rebounded by Mashur. He's got it up top. Defended by Craig. Sean Craig. Looking for some movement. Mashur running the offense. Gives it up to Jones. Cooper Craig's got it. Back to Mashur at the logo. A lot of movement up top for the Grizzlies, trying to get something open down low. DQs now. Back over to Craig's, guarded by Zelinskis. He's got to let one go off the front of the rim. And a foul called on the floor on IU Indy. That one's going to go on. That's one's going to go on Deshaun Good. And OU's going to keep the ball after a pretty broken possession.
Didn't love Mukeba's awareness on that. I'm not going to lie. You knew that Cooper Craigs was going to have to put something up quickly, and you probably were in the best position to rebound that ball, and you just let it roll on your shoulder, and you had your back to the basket. Didn't love that.
Nearly got hit in the head. Something that, the awareness just has to be there.
Yeah.
Sorry for the pause. It reminds me, I was at the Pistons game against Minnesota, and the same thing happened to Rudy Gobert. Just the awareness needs to be there right off the top of his shoulder, and it usually ends up in not a great possession for the offense, but OU kind of bailed out there.
And we can draw so many parallels. Both are European. Both have high basketball IQ. Both are tenacious rebounders in the paint. These little mishaps are what cost your team.
And just a bad errant pass there from the Grizzlies as it kind of rolls out of bounds.
You cannot let those rack up. Those happen way too often. And again, they're one of those things that just keeps piling up for Oakland, and they really cost you the game. It's a problem that Oakland just has not been able to fix.
Hannah up top recently checked in for IU Indy. Ball swung to the corner. Craig, he's got it. Goes up and off glass, just off target, but it's foul. It's a foul called on the shot. 2 free throws on the way from Craig.
Oakland not very lucky to get away with that potential and one there.
That one's going to go on DQ Cole. Majuk also hitting the floor for the Grizzlies for the first time in this game. That free throw is in. Score 17-11 with 10 minutes to go. 2 minutes passed there with no scoring. Just back and forth, sloppy possessions. Just not really what we saw in the first, 8 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Second free throw on the way. Coming from Sean Craig. He's got 3 points and leads IU Indy right now. Make that 4. Ball to the Grizzlies. Inbound pass to Jones. Jalen Jones with it. He attacks. Looks for Majuk up top. Wasn't ready for the pass. Goes up with the left hand. Way off target, but great putback. I believe that was Jalen Jones. Just tucked right behind Baru, who wasn't able to get up for the rebound, and a good putback for the Grizzlies for another 2. Ball now in the hands of Walker as he comes back. Attacking the rim is Craig. Back out to Walker at the three-point line, guarded by Jones. Spin move. Finds an open Hannah, and that one put toilet bowls in for 3. Jones up top, guarded by Craig. Looks to attack. Nice handoff, open for Baru, who tosses one down for 2.
Need more of that.
Baru getting to the rim. That'll be 6 from him tonight. Score 21-15 with 9 minutes. Ball nearly lost there by Garner. Spin move on Majuk. And a good block by Baru, but the foul called on Majuk on the way up. And he didn't like it.
Yeah, Deng Majuk got a little bit caught there, spun the wrong way, and Baru had to rescue him with that foul.
Free throws coming up for IU Indy. Keenan Garner. He's got 2 tonight. That one's off back iron, off target.
Yeah, he's a 67% free throw shooter. Yeah, free throw shooter, and those those are happening pretty often if you're shooting 67%.
And another one on the way from Garner. And the stands have picked up here. We were a little nervous coming to this game, Harj, I'll admit, about the crowd noise. Just not a lot of people here, but since this game has started, there has been a pileup of people here. And that ball kicked out of bounds after the loose dribble by Jalen Jones. Ball back to IU Indy.
Campy's not happy with that. This has been a problem. We've seen it kind of mount now. Oakland is becoming sloppy with the basketball, and they're turning it over, giving IUPUI opportunities to potentially close this lead. This is what's going to cost you games.
In the corner, swung out to Walker. He attacks the chest of Jones. Goes up, good defense by Isaiah, who reels it in, passes it over to Jalen Jones. Back to Isaiah. Picks up his dribble, looks for something, finds Hoff from way downtown. That's one going, buries it. Beautiful shot there from Hoff.
Took long enough, but finally found the purest shot I've seen any Oakland player take this game.
Up top is Walker. Jones, the defender. Shuffled over to Hannah. Nearly loses it. Down low is Brown, and it's stripped away by the Grizzlies. In transition, Jones, 1-on-3. He's going to pull it back and slow down.
Probably smart there.
Back over to Isaiah Jones. Passes it to his brother Jalen. Up top, guarded by Walker at the Grizzly logo. Hoff looks for some movement underneath. Zelinskis back in the game on defense. Finds Baru, and he's open, and he flushes another one.
Yeah, he was waiting in the weeds there, kind of stood still, static along the far baseline, and then all of a sudden took off like a rocket, got that basketball, and just slammed it down.
Great low screen to set him open. We've seen that a few times now. Baru's got 8, and he's got 2 dunks.
And they're just not making that switch over the screen properly, and Oakland's looking to take advantage of that.
And that shot off the top of the backboard, I think it might have been deflected by Mukeba on the 3 attempt. Nonetheless, good rebound.
Yeah, great job there by
Brown.
Garner to get that one. Get the putback on the mismatch with Jalen Jones.
I think they kind of froze up, not sure what to do. That ball's given away. In transition, Walker's got it. hands it back off, and a dunk almost missed there by Brown. Good transition offense, and IU Indy pulls this game to within 6, 26-20, with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Hoth caught in the backcourt. This has been a reoccurring theme right now for the Grizzlies. The full court press has been fully in the effect for IU Indy. Jones finds himself open, pushes off, takes the three, and knocks it down. And Oakland doing the one thing that we were concerned about coming into this game, or doing the one thing we were concerned that was going to be bad, doing it well, and that's shooting the three. They are 44% from three today, 4 for 9. Pass out there to the rim, up and under, rebounded by Mukeba. Great defense
job there
OU.
by Mukeba. We've seen that a lot in this season from Mukeba. He's a really tenacious defender when he gets his head in the game. There's no stopping him.
Jalen Jones up top, over to Hoth. Zelinskis, the defender. Back to Jones. In the corner, Isaiah looks to attack, loses it. Zelinskis in transition. Nobody back to guard Walker, and he gets the easy layup for 2, 28-22. In what looks like a good set of possessions, a good rebound, good defense, Mukeba, it's turned over again by OU. Just struggling to find some sort of momentum right now. Jones has got it up top, guarded by Walker. Picks up his dribble, he's pinned, and who's open underneath other than Barum Nevalarua for another 2.
Great vision there by Jalen Jones. Saw that IU Indy, was sagging off of Baru. Baru got that ball, put it again for a slam dunk.
We apologize greatly to the Indiana
Indy.
University of Indianapolis. We know the departure from Purdue happened, and we respect you as the new university here in the Horizon League. Ball handed off to Zelinskis, nearly stripped by Jones. Good vision by IU Indy. Finds Zelinskis open. That's not the guy you want to leave, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, that happened pretty quickly where Oakland lost the plot of that defense, and IUPUI, great passing, great ball movement, was able to get it to Zelinskis, find him open, and he knocks down the 3. Old reliable, does what he's supposed to do.
Zelinskis, a phenomenal 42% three-point shooter this season, leads the Horizon League and leads the team in points. Good drive there from Jones for 2, and he stretches the lead back to 7. Walker's got it now, guarded by Jones. And we are going to get a timeout called here. Media timeout. Score 32-25 with 4:23 to go in the first half. Oakland with a 7-point lead. We're going to take a quick break here on WXOU Sports on YouTube. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. Score 32-25, Oakland over IU Indy on future OU Grizzlies Day here at the OU Credit Union Arena. A good turnout here on a Wednesday night. Could be a
Great
turnaround
turnout. Yeah.
for the Grizzlies. I mean,
Yeah.
a team that has struggled 3-4 in the conference so far. I believe 2-2 over the last 4 games. But they won a very good game in Northern Kentucky. They come here, a team that's on par with them skill-wise, and they're off to an early start as that ball is nearly thrown to us, actually. I think if I reached down, I could have caught it, and it says that they're saying there was a deflection, I assume. I don't think any Division I college basketball player is going to make a pass that
No.
off target.
No.
It will be IU Indy possession. Zelinskis takes it out of bounds. Ball tossed up top to Millender, guarded by DQ Cole, off the foot, and it'll be an out-of-bounds play again for the Jags. 4 minutes to go, 32-25, OU holding on to that 7-point lead. First 8-9 minutes of this game was very solid, very competitive, very aggressive
Yeah, back
play.
and forth. It was
but
good.
Lately, it's slowed down. A lot of turnovers as Melendez kind of falls over there. Good read by Mashour as he's able to pick that one off. Fakes that shot, handed off to Bruin. Baru dunked once again. 34-25.
Perfectly executed as soon as Mashour got the ball. Saw the vision. Baru's going to trail me. I'm going to get him the ball, and Baru's going to throw it down for yet another dunk.
He's got 12 already in this first half. It is 6 for 6 from the field. If I'm not mistaken, Harj, I think you said you were hoping for a good game from Baru today, and so far it's happening. Mashour, the defender, in the corner on Craig. He's got it. Flips it to Good. On the block. Up with the right hand off target. Ripped down by Baru. And he brings down his second board tonight.
Phenomenal defensive possession there. Really drew the clock down. I think if you're Oakland, and considering how poorly you've played at the end of the first half and to begin the second half, you just got to get out of this half right now. Get some points, get some stops, but get out of this half.
Nivalurua's got it. Flips it over to the elbow. Mukeba back to the basket. Finds DQ in the corner and steps out of bounds. That'll be a turnover. Jaguars basketball.
Again, poor execution there by DQ Cole. That was a great read to the wing by Mukeba, and DQ was in perfect line with that shot. Just centimeters make a difference here. You know, putting your foot on the line can completely destroy your possession.
The score 34-25. We're going to get the timeout here. We're going to stay with you during this timeout. And with 2:54 to go, OU off to a good start. Mostly, it's been a lot of Baru, I'll admit. 12 points so far, 6 for 6 from the field, and 2 rebounds on the 15 minutes he's played. As for IU Indy's end, they've struggled to have someone jump out in the scoring, but overall, they're dividing the scoring amongst themselves pretty well.
And this is kind of what we were anticipating IU Indy to do. They have, like we said, Paul Corsaro brought over a lot of players from his old university to IU Indy, and they're going to have chemistry. They played together before. They know each other's tendencies, and I'm not surprised that the scoring is so distributed for IU Indy, just because, you know, these guys have a lot of faith in each other, and they're all really good scorers. They're obviously D1 basketball players, but now they're taking it to that next level, and this is why IU Indy, next couple of years, maybe not right now, but next couple of years, they may be a threat in the Horizon League. Maybe string together a couple championship runs and, you know, really put themselves on the map.
And even this year, you could see something. Like you said, overall, they got a general scoring team, but they got guys, they got ringers, like Zelinskis. He's a guy that could score. He's, I think you said, third in scoring in the Horizon League. So they have guys who can score. Obviously, he's only played 11 minutes tonight. He's a starter. He averages the most minutes on this team, or close to the most.
Yeah.
So he hasn't gotten a lot of time, but he is leading the team in scoring right now with the light minutes that he's played. And I think that, at least in my point of view, should be the scariest threat to Oakland for the second half.
And we know how explosive they can be. They came off a win against Detroit Mercy where they scored almost 100 points. So we know they're capable of being productive on offense. And considering the way that this game has gone and how distributed it is, if Oakland lets up on defense, this could blow the floodgates open because they won't be able to control everyone.
Ball will be taken out by the Jaguars. Down by 9. It'll be Craig inbounding to Millender, who returns to the floor. Mashur, the defender, at the logo. Finds Walker. High screen there from Craig. Gets the switch. Walker back to Craig. He attacks, and Mukeba swats one away. In transition, Mashur. He pulls back. Smart decision there. Saw the 2-on-3 down a man. And a good read by the Grizzlies to try to keep possession here. DQ's got it. Flips it up top to Mukeba. Back to Baru. Mashur's got it on the far sideline. Finds Baru down low. Ball nearly taken away. Good read by Millender. And a scuffle. Not sure what the call is. IU Indy pointing their direction, but it's going to remain with the Grizzlies. DQ will take it out of bounds as Cooper Craigs checks in for Mukeba.
Yeah, it looks like that one went off of Millender, and the refs called it in favor of Oakland.
It was a great read, almost able to get underneath. Bit of a shorter player, that shifty guard that Millender is, nearly takes the ball away. And I think we're going to get a review at the monitor here, as neither referee seemed to totally be sure what was going on. We're going to take a quick break here while this decision is made. We're listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We will be back with you shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. The call on the monitor confirms it. Oakland basketball. That one up by Woodrich, off target. Rebounded by IU Indy.
We still have yet to see any sort of production out of Jason Woodridge. Came over from Cleveland State, was an absolute threat from 3, and just has not been able to replicate anything he was able to do, at Cleveland State.
And stepping on the line there, another forced turnover by the Grizzlies. That's 4 now on IU Indy. And Oakland will take the ball from their own side of the court. Mashur up top, guarded by Walker. Cooper Craigs moving through. Mashur looks to drive, keeps his handle, finds DQ. Guarded tightly there by Millender. Good defense, but a foul is called. That'll be the 6th team foul on IU Indy in this half.
Seems like Oakland's O has gone kind of static right now. You're seeing a lot of guys just standing around. That motion offense that was working isn't really being employed right now by Campy and Oakland.
It seems to be a one-man show for whoever has the basketball.
Yeah, it really is.
Not much.
No.
Ball inbounded to Baru. Up top, finds Mashur. He wants it, lets one go. Just off the front of the rim and ripped down by Craigs. And they're going to call a jump ball. I believe that's going to be IU Indy basketball. And checking back into the game is Isaiah Jones and Mukeba. Coming out, Woodrich and I believe Craigs will leave.
Yeah,
IU Indy staying with their 5.
It looked like Mukeba was getting some treatment. He's had a history of injuries at UMKC. So one of the things that Oakland has really tried to do is cut down his minutes, because you can't lose someone who is such a threat as Alan Mukeba.
Ball, Zelinskis open. That one's off the back iron. Rebounded by, I believe that is Craig, and a foul called on Nevalarua. And Greg Campy just not
Livid,
happy with the
livid,
defense.
as well as he should be. You need to be tenacious on the glass. That is what won you the game against NKU. That is what has won you pretty much every game in the Horizon League. You not being tenacious and crushing the other team on the defensive side of the glass is a problem.
Ball up top, Millender. Walker takes it, and a great block there from DQ. And it's a 3-on-1. DQ and Jones. He pulls out good defense there by IU Indy to slow down the
job
transition.
to recover there, and Greg Campy is absolutely incensed with that one.
It was a 3-on-1. That should have been a basket.
Yeah,
every single day of the week.
Those are chances you have to make the most of.
Jones up top, guarded by Walker. Down low, Mukeba's open. Kind of loses the ball, goes up and still makes it for 2.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you, Kevin. These inlet passes are really scaring me. But both Baru and Mukeba have done a really good job of keeping the ball possession tight, and they've made the most of their shots in the paint.
One of the biggest differences right now, 13 assists for Oakland to IU Indy 7. So moving the ball really well. We got 24 seconds left on the clock. IU Indy basketball, 9 on the shot clock. Ball taken away by the Grizzlies. Another forced turnover. 15 to go. And a quick timeout called by Campy. They want to draw something up to end off this half.
Yeah, usually this is what Greg Campy does. He has the ball, calls timeout, wants to draw something up really quickly, potentially get some more points on the board. It's an 11-point game right now. 14 is that little extra cushion that you want to really put this game, in question, let's say, because it's not over. It's definitely not over, but put it in question.
We're going to stay with you during this timeout with 16 seconds, just a 30-second one, something quick to be drawn up. And as you said, 11 is a reasonable cushion. 14 would be nice going into that second half because Oakland has just, severely struggled. Outscored by 66 total points in second half play throughout this year. Not what you want to see when you can nearly keep it even or be, as you said, one of the best 20-minute
basketball teams in the
nation.
Country. And that's not just mid-major. That's including the quad 1-2 teams as well. Michigan State, they played well. Arkansas, they played well. They are a tenacious team. They're a hard team to figure out defensively. And when they get going on offense, they're unstoppable. And that's what was going on last year. I know the efficiency wasn't there last year, but you bet that there was a tremendous amount of production, and Oakland got just the right amount of offense to complement their defense and be a really good team last year.
Ball inbounded up top to Mashur. Hoth checked back in. As we said earlier, great JUCO shooter. They're probably going to give this to him at the last second. Unless Mashur takes it, that's off. Oh, and rattles just out. Great play, that one up, but after the buzzer. And a great shot from Hasim Mashur. But that'll take us into halftime. Score 36-25. Lead for the Grizzlies. We're going to take a quick break here from WXOU Sports on YouTube. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We are live here from the OU Credit Union Arena for a second half of Horizon League basketball between our Oakland Golden Grizzlies and the IU Indy Jaguars. Score 36-25, 11-point lead after an efficient, positive first half for the Grizzlies.
If they have another half on offense like they did in the first half, shooting 57 from the field and 33 from beyond the arc, we're in for something. Now, that's asking a lot because Oakland really has not done they haven't done a really good job of maintaining that level of offense in the second half. And unfortunately, it just kind of spirals out of control. Let's see what they can do. Can they finally overcome this second half hump?
Down low, Mukeba, he goes up for an easy 2 to open the half. And let's, for the moment, yes, 38 is fantastic for a team that averages 65 per game. But the team also lets up around 70 to 72 points per game. They held them to 25 in the first half, so a great defensive performance for the Grizzlies as well.
It's like we were saying earlier, we've seen Oakland play really good defense against tenacious, really good teams. And let's just continue to see if that defense has to play a bigger role than it should in this game.
Speaking of defense, turnover force there. DQ lets one go and buries it. DQ Cole for 3.
Beautiful job there. Great vision.
DQ on the board with 6 now. Ball in the hands of Zelinskis. And another turnover by the Grizzlies. In transition, foul there called on Good. For IU Indy, they got Good, Zelinskis, Craig, Millender, and I believe that is Good. Oh, Walker, sorry. For the beginning of the second half, OU is back to their starters with Baru, Mukeba, Isaiah Jones, Jack Hoff, and DQ Cole. Ball inbounded to Hoff, back to Cole. Guarded up top. Down to the elbow. Near the free throw line is Isaiah Jones. He finds DQ Cole from the same spot off the front of the rim. And the ball pops out right to Mukeba. I'd say good rebound, but he just kind of ended up with it. And another 3 from DQ.
Is DQ Cole finding his rhythm, Gavin? I think so.
He's got 9, 3 for 6 from 3 today. Ball over to Walker. And cross-court pass way out of bounds. And that one goes out for a turnover. Grizzlies basketball.
Let's string together a couple of good possessions here. Get an even larger lead in this game. It's 19 right now. Can Oakland put their foot on the gas?
Great possession, way to keep the live on the offensive rebound in the last possession. For anyone who obviously is listening and can't see, I believe it was week 5, Washington Commanders versus Chicago Bears. Hail Mary. Popped right out to Mukeba for an easy rebound.
I don't like these passes that Isaiah Jones and DQ Cole are making. They're really, really risky. They're the guy that they're trying to pass the ball to is draped all over by a defender. It's really, really high risk, and you can try to take some time off the shot clock and get a better pass in and continue to get that offense.
In transition, IU Indy on the Hoff miss, and a foul called on the floor on Jack Hoff. And it'll be IU Indy ball underneath the basket. On the sideline, Zelinskis will take it out. Looking to get the ball inbounds. It'll be Millender up top. Tosses it over to Craig. Got it by Hoff. Full swing over to Good. Up top, Walker. In the corner, open. Good closeout by Mukeba. Cross-court pass, finds Millender, finds Walker on the touch pass. Free throw line, jump shot is good from Walker.
Yeah, DQ gambled a little bit there, lost Walker, and Walker got that really, really quick, easy floater there.
DQ up top at the Grizzly logo. Guarded by Walker. Hands it off to Hoff. Walker on the switch. Mukeba finds himself open with the ball, guarded closely by Craig. Handoff to DQ Cole. And a pass down low. Another one of those ones that, as you were saying, Harj, I don't love the slip pass.
No.
High risk, high reward, but unfortunately,
I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to thread that needle in and, get that guy cutting baseline. But IUPUI is doing a really good job of having a guy hang on to that cutter. And Oakland's not recognizing it right now and really making some super sloppy, too quick passes.
Up top, Millender's got it. Tosses it over to Craig. In the corner is Walker. He drives up with the right hand. Good defense, but great firm bucket there for IU Indy. It's 44-29 with 17 minutes to go.
Yeah, I like the fact that Jack Hoth is settling into this game. He's getting a little bit more confident on both sides of the ball. It was just better execution on the defensive end from IUPUI.
Isaiah Jones has it at the top of the key, finds Mukeba, who almost throws it down over Good, but a good closeout to keep him away from the basket. 2 free throws coming up for Mukeba.
Great planning. Again, poor execution there by Mukeba. He just needs to finish with that right hand. Don't get too flashy there.
Doesn't need to be a dunk.
He's
right
there.
In the air.
Just get the points.
2 free throws on the way for Mukeba. Oakland stretching out this lead to 15 now. 44-29 with 6:31 to go. 16:31 to go. First free throw is up and good as it rolls in. Mukeba's got 9 now tonight. 4 for 4 from the field. And a quick substitution there. It'll be Garner coming in for Walker. Walker leading the team in points right now as he hits the bench. 8 points on 4 for 8 shooting. Second free throw off target, though.
Yeah, he's a 50% free throw shooter, so that's been kind of commonplace here every time Mukeba goes to the line.
Up top, Millender's got it. Full swing down low. This is good on the block. And that shot blocked by DQ. Great defense by the Grizzlies. In transition, Hoth finds himself open. Good closeout. DQ has to get rid of it. Bails out at the last second. Good defense, or transition defense once again by the Jaguars.
Yeah, they settled in really quickly there.
DQ's got it. Down low. This is Mukeba. Guarded by Good. Pass out. Jones is open, lets one go, and buries it for 3. Another 3 for the Grizzlies.
Really good, unselfish play there by Mukeba. He probably could have taken that shot, and it probably would have went in, but, saw Isaiah Jones was wide open and trusted Jones to take that shot.
Ball now handed off to Craig. He attacks Jones. Isaiah Jones, the defender, and that's a traveling violation. Another turnover. That's number 9 for IU Indy. And that will take us to our first media timeout. So Oakland absolutely opening up this beginning of the second half. 48-29, 19-point lead, 15:33 to go. We will be back with you shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. Score 48-29 Oakland over the IU Indianapolis Jaguars in this Horizon League matchup. Both teams trying to find their footing, and Oakland, after coming out on the blowout win in NKU, looking to try to repeat that today.
I had to do a double take when I saw the streak that Oakland was on. They're on an 18-4 run right now, and IUPUI just hasn't had a consistent answer for Oakland's offense.
It's a great combination of scoring that they've had in this half, but also defense. They've been tenaciously playing defense. And the ball now in the hands of Millender for IU Indy. Tossed back out to Garner. Millender back to Garner. Good defense there by Hoff to keep it away from Zelinskis. Down low, left-handed floater is good from Craig. Good offense there by IU Indy to split the Oakland zone.
Yeah, again, that chemistry's rearing its head. IU Indy did a great job of getting the ball around and, having great control of it, and was able to get a really good basket there.
Jones up top, over to Hoff. He looks to attack. Good defense there by Good to keep it away. Deshaun Good cornering Hoff, and it's stripped away by IU Indy. Great defense there, and a transition foul called on Nevalarua, and that'll bring Nassim Mashur back into the game for Hoff. Mashur playing well. He's got 6, 2 for 4 from through today, along with 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal in only 7 minutes. Up top, Walker as he returns for IU Indy. Guarded by Jones, nearly taken away. Old man steal almost worked there. Good up top. Hands it off. Full swing back to Walker. Finds himself open but doesn't take it. And that 3 goes in for Craig.
Yeah, Oakland played really good defense there. I'm not going to lie. Really good switching. Got underneath that screen, but great shot there by Craig.
Over to Jones. He's got it. Zelinskis up top. Guarding him. Not a lot of motion down low. Isaiah Jones finds himself open with the ball. Guarded by Craig. Down low, nearly taken away. Good read there by Mukeba to keep it. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Finds Jalen Jones, but a foul called on the drive on Mukeba. And it'll remain Oakland basketball as the shot clock resets to 20. Woodrich checking back in, taking out Jalen Jones. And coming back in the game is Brown for IU Indy as Garner hits the bench. Mashur tosses it in to Mukeba. Back to the basket. Good, the defender. Passed out. Mashur fakes it. Keeps the ball alive. Almost taken away by Walker. Good defense. Mashur, 7 seconds left on the shot clock. And he runs into Good and a blocking foul. Good play there by Mashur to find the stagnant Good and honestly just kind of run into him.
Yeah, I mean, Jarvis Walker was all over him. He was playing really tenacious D, and it seemed like Nassim Mashur wanted to get away from him, but IU Indy has not really let Oakland breathe here ever since the media timeout.
Craigs comes back in, taking out Baru to give him a break. He's had a phenomenal game. 12 points, 2 boards in 25 minutes. Much needed rest coming from him.
Yeah, if I'm Oakland, I'm going to use Cooper Craig as a facilitator, one of those big guys to get the ball down low, really try to stretch out this IU Indy defense.
And another foul call on there. IU Indy really doing whatever they need to do to slow down Mukeba right now. He hasn't had a lot going for him from the field. He's 4 for 4, but just hasn't gotten a lot of shots up, especially this half. So maybe just trying to get himself to the line to get a feel around the basket again.
Yeah, Mukeba's actually been one of the antithesis. He's actually played as the antithesis of what Oakland basketball's been this year. Extremely, extremely efficient, but just not productive at all.
Mukeba knocks down the first free throw. That puts him into double figures. He's got 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists, along with a steal and 2 blocks. Great all-around performance from Mukeba, per usual. Offensive and defensively, he's been phenomenal tonight. And second one goes in, 50-34, 16-point lead for Oakland with 13:26 to go. Ball now up top in the hands of Millender, guarded by Mashur. Millender gives it up. Zelinskis in the corner. Entry pass is stolen. Good defense there by OU as Jones comes up with it.
Court vision.
Now it's Mashur up top, guarded by Craig. Mashur looking for something. Struggled on the last possession with the ball in his hands. High defense still there from Craig. Ooh, finds himself open. Good pass down low. And Mukeba just kind of falling over, tosses it up above his head for two.
Yeah, great finish there. I mean, that's a grad student level IQ and a grad student level experience to finish that one.
That's just a feel for the basket at that point. And the slip pass is off target and bounces out of bounds.
That's having comfort for the game, right?
OU takes it over on another turnover. Make that 10 now for IU Indy. Most of them unforced, too. Quite a few passes out of bounds. Jones pushes off, and that one's definitely going the other way. Good call there. It'll be IU Indy basketball. Jones trying to get away with a little bit extra. Elbow up. Be the second personal foul, fourth foul, team foul on Oakland. With 12 to go, both teams kind of in foul trouble. 5 for IU Indy. Ball nearly taken away. Good defense again by Isaiah Jones. He has stepped up defensively since he has been back on the floor for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I think he was very sorely missed early on in Oakland's season. Just, we were talking about Keaton Hervey earlier. He plays overseas now, plays pro basketball overseas, but he was that glue guy that Oakland brought in just to facilitate. And it seems like Isaiah Jones has been that guy over the last 2 years, and not having him really kind of took Oakland's entire game plan out of whack. And ever since he's been back, Oakland seems to be in a different headspace and on a different level of momentum.
Zelinskis from way downtown. That one's off the iron. Rebounded by the Grizzlies. And Mashur still running the point guard. Tosses it over to Isaiah Jones. Finds Craigs at the logo. Guarded by Walker. Back to Mashur. OU looking to get inside that three-point arc. Woodrich gets off the slip screen. Isn't able to find an opening. Back to Majuk now, who returns. Majuk, and that ball nearly taken away. That's a foul called on Brown. It'll be the 6th team foul on IU Indy with 11:40 to go. And that'll take us into a media timeout. Score 52-34 with 11:43 to go. You're listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We'll be back with you shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. I am Gavin Smilowski, your play-by-play for tonight, and to my right is our color commentator, Harjun Buttar. We sit at a score of 52-34. Oakland lead over IU Indy with 11:40 to go. OU playing a fantastic second half tonight, scoring and also defensively. Ball now back in the hands of the Grizzlies. It's Mashur, guarded by Walker. He has proven to be a very difficult hill to climb for Mashur so far this game. Jones, he goes baseline, up with the left hand, off the glass. Majuk follows for the board. He puts one up, also off target, and IU Indy comes down with it.
Love Majak's tenacity, just that was poor execution there.
Up top, Millender. Full pass in the corner to Walker. Majuk falling for the pump fake. Able to retreat, though. Good defense there by Jones to keep him from taking the lane. Flip pass to Millender. Finds the touch pass out wide. That to Craig. Keeps it alive. Down low. Zelinskis off with the right hand. Good defense by Cooper Craigs, but a good rebound by
Gotta
Brown
get
to keep
those
it alive.
defensive rebounds. You have 3 guys in the paint, and you can't get the defensive rebound. That says a lot about your defensive tenacity there.
IU Indy trying to drag themselves back in this game. 52-36 now with 10 to go. Up top, Mashur. Walker, the defender, at the logo. Oakland readying a line change. Coming in as we approach halfway through this second half. Isaiah Jones has got it. He looks to cut on the shorter Millender. Up with the right hand. Off target, and a great rebound there by Brown once again.
Cannot let these transition points happen. This is what costs Oakland games in the second half. Not being able to finish at the rim. Other team gets a rebound, and they just run in transition and get easy buckets. Or they draw fouls. Can't let this happen.
Millender attacks on the transition game. Attacks Majuk and draws a foul. So 2 free throws on the way for Tamaris Brown. He's playing decently tonight. 6 points, 2 boards, and a steal. And 2 free throws coming up. Looking to try to add to his total. Loud here in the arena. Good turnout here on this Wednesday night, and it works. First free throw is off target. Line change here for OU as they bring in Hoth, DQ Cole, Neville Arua, and Mukeba as they all return to the floor. The starters keeping Mashur out there.
Yeah, it seemed like the bigs that they had, Deng Majak and Cooper Craigs, they just weren't in sync.
Second free throw is also off target. The noise causing an issue here. Great work by the OU fans. Ball up top by Mashur. Guarded by Walker. Looks to attack. Looks for something. Walker just all over. DQ Cole from the logo. That's off target. Walker saves it and steps out of bounds. That's just a lack of judgment, in my opinion. I mean, you could have just let that one go out of bounds.
Yeah, Oakland caught a break there. They finally get the ball back, and let's hope that this goes better than their last offensive possession.
Walker, one of the leaders of this team, 8 points tonight. Unfortunate lapse of judgment, and ends up back with OU. Mashur back up top, guarded by Walker at the logo. Finds DQ. Off-ball foul. This one's going to be called on Brown. And another foul. Make that 7 on IU Indy. I believe OU is going to the line. That one called for Mukeba. He'll get 2 free throws. He's got 13, leads all scorers tonight. Averages 12 per game, so just over his average now. 1-1, buries it. Score 53-36, pardon me. Lead for OU with 9:37 to go. In the bonus now. Something that we would have expected OU to do a little bit more in the first half and didn't take advantage of, but playing it much stronger here with 9:40 to go. They have the ball. They're already in the bonus and shooting free throws. And a lane violation called on IU Indy.
Yeah, that's another foul. This is exactly what Oakland needed to do. Take advantage of having the bonus and get IUPUI or IU Indy to foul you. And it's been harder this year than it has been in previous years. I'll grant that, but That's how you can get these easy buckets. I mean, working for the basket is great and all, but when you're able to hold that advantage over a team like this, that speaks volumes, and it can do a lot of damage.
Mashur at the line now as he gets his first free throws of the night. Knocks down the first one. Second one is up and good. OU 6 for 9 tonight. 63% from free throw. Ball passes over to Walker. That three's off target. Mukeba tears down the rebound. Mashur will take it as the primary point guard once again. Defender Craig. DQ gets himself open. Down low is Mukeba. No one to defend Alan Mukeba. He's got an easy two. Oakland up by 21 with 9:12 to go. Rock the baby. Easy bucket there for the Grizzlies. And that'll take us into another timeout. You are listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We'll be back with you shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. OU up massive 21 points right now, 57-36 with 9 to go over IU Indy Jaguars. Ball up top. Millender with the ball. Down low now, off the block. That shot's off target, and it's put back rebound there for good. Another offensive rebound and offensive score for IU Indy. Mashur still in at point guard with this starting group. They got DQ Cole up top. Looks to attack over to Mukeba. Swings it over to Mashur. Looking for something. Good defense there by Good. Down low. Baru's got it. Back to the basket. Goes up. And they're going to call a traveling violation. And it'll be IU Indy ball. Good
Brewer's
defense
not
there.
happy with himself there.
I mean, he's played a fantastic game so far. He's got 12 points along with 5 rebounds, leads the team in. I'm sorry, not 5 rebounds, 2 rebounds, 12 and 2, playing a good game, and unfortunately just walks there. Ball now in the hands of the IU Indy, tosses it over to Zelinskis. Off target again. DQ grabs the rebound despite being held down by Craig. Not sure what he could possibly be arguing about, as he definitely had a hold of DQ. And it'll be free throws on the way. That's the 9th team foul on IU Indy. 15 total personal fouls on the Jaguars to Oakland's 10.
Mm-hmm. And this is exactly what we said was going to make the difference. I mean, Oakland just playing a little bit better, a little bit less sloppy than they have this season. It was going to make the difference. It was going to be the thing that made Oakland come out ahead in this game.
Free throws on the way from DQ. Cole now. He's able to convert on both. Another good performance from DQ. He's got 11 tonight.
Yeah, he's
shooting particularly well, but hit some threes.
Hey, productive, and then you can work on efficiency. He had a really good game against Northern Kentucky. He had an all-right game against Wright State. It's just now about stringing together these couple of games, get your confidence back. We know how good DQ can be. He has the ability to take over games, jack up threes, make them, and make teams pay for not giving him more attention.
I mean, I feel if you're in DQ Cole's shoes, you can look at, Neville Duru and Mukeba, who have a total of 28 points combined on 100% shooting, 12 for 12.
Yeah.
If you're getting that efficiency from those two, why not let a couple go here and there? Yeah.
I mean, they do play different games. I mean, Mukeba and Baru are pretty much paint-centric, and the thing we see a lot with DQ Cole is you don't really know where he's going to put his attention to. We saw last year at Wright State, he was going downhill hard, and Wright State didn't have a response for him. And then, of course, in the quarterfinal game, you saw him jack up those threes, take over the game. And so it's really just become, what kind of DQ Cole are we going to see today?
Ball nearly stripped by Millender. It'll remain with the Grizzlies, 59-40. And that'll take us into another media timeout. We're going to take a quick break. You are listening to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We will be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. Ball now in the hands of the Grizzlies after that immediate timeout. Score 59-40 with 7:40 to go. Way downtown from DQ. That one just off target.
Would have taken the roof off the building if DQ could hit that. It was so close, and then it just rolled off to the left.
Shot it from the logo. Good step back, but ball to IU Indy now. Millender up top. DQ the defender at the logo. Finds Craig. Over the corner to Zelinskis. Back out to Craig. Takes that one off target. Rebounded by Mukeba. Mukeba brings down his 6th board tonight. He leads the Grizzlies in points and rebounds and blocks. Ball up top. Handed off to Hoff. Defended by Millender. Mukeba with it. Jalen Jones. Full court pass to DQ. Goes downhill. Tosses it out to an open Cole, who flips it over to Hoff, off target, rebounded by Mukeba. Good offensive board for the Grizzlies to keep the play alive and reset the shot clock. DQ lets one go. That one,
again, that was super close there.
Good shot, maybe a little forced, but with this kind of lead, it's okay to kind of let a couple of those go. Millender up top now, guarded closely by Nevalarua, and they're going to call that foul a little bit too close.
Yeah.
And that one was kind of bound to happen.
Yeah, eventually Brew was not going to be able to keep up with the guy, and they just weren't getting that switch on the defenders. And Brew had to foul there. That was pretty obvious.
Jones and Woodrich, Isaiah Jones and Woodrich checking in for DQ Cole and Jack Hoff. And IU Indy once again kind of remaining with their guys that they've had on the floor. They have 2 people that have played. 3 that have played more than 27 minutes. Zelinskis, a guy who didn't get to the floor till about 10 minutes left in the first half, has 27 minutes since then. You've got Walker and Craig with 28 and Millender with 24. It's been primarily the same group out there for IU Indy, whereas Oakland has tended in a way to spread it out a little bit more. Ball over to Isaiah Jones, back to Jalen. The brothers from Nashville, Tennessee, have made their impact here on this season so far. Mukeba up top. Guarded by Good. Looks to attack. Tosses it over to Woodrich, who lets one go. He's off target again. Rebounded by Zelinskis. In transition, IU Indy. Zelinskis goes one-on-one with Nevalarua. Ball tipped, nearly taken away, kept alive by IU Indy. And up top is Good now with it. Tosses it over to Walker. Walker to Millender. In the corner to Zelinskis. Lets one go. Good shot there by Zelinskis.
Yeah, he was eventually going to find the bottom of the bucket. He hasn't been having the night we thought he was going to have, but he was eventually going to find it.
A 42% three-point shooter this year, only shooting 2 for 6 tonight. He's got 8 points. Isaiah Jones with it. Guarded by Craig. Jones looks to attack. Good defense by the Jaguars, and it looks like a hit taken there by Millender. And they're going to review it on the board. Foul called on Baru. Yes, offensive foul called on Baru for now. I think they're going to take a look at the board, maybe to see if it should be upgraded to something else, as it was an off-ball play, and Millender hit the ground pretty hard. We're going to get a review here on this play. We're going to cut to break as Millender is able to get up and get off the floor. He's looking all right. We'll be back with you guys shortly on WXOU Sports on YouTube. everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. The foul called on Nevelarua is upgraded to a flagrant 1. Free throws on the way from Millender. And that personal foul taken away on Millender, so he's got 3 on the game. And it'll be IU Indy ball after both the made free throws. So, turnaround there that you weren't really expecting. Also, what you wouldn't really be expecting, scoring out only a 12-point lead.
Exactly. Very quietly, it's become only a 12-point lead.
I just looked up and realized that with a 3 here, this could become a single-digit game.
That's what happened when Oakland came up with too many empty possessions. IU Indy got out in transition, and they were able to convert.
Zelinskas lets one go, and an air ball there. I believe that one was deflected. Good defense there by DQ as he gets, I believe, his 3rd block of the game. And we're going to get another timeout. We're going to stay with you. 5:01 to go. OU now only up by 12. As you said, quietly becoming a little bit closer than I think anyone here would be comfortable with.
Yeah.
And in this timeout, I guess, Harj, what would you say would be something that would be being discussed in this huddle?
For Oakland, let's try to think of something that's not going to be talked about. Because I'm assuming that at this stage in the game, historically or throughout this season, Oakland has been known to kind of take their foot off the gas. I think the big overarching emotional message is, look, we got 5 minutes left. We only have a 12-point lead. You aren't comfortable. Like, this game is not over. You need to finish. You need to come up with good offensive possessions, and you need to be able to get stops against IUPUI.
It's almost as if you go in there and you say, hey, try to do everything that you were doing for the first 25, 30 minutes of this game. Because it was fantastic up to that point. You had, at one point in time, OU up by as much as 21.
Yeah.
And this lead is just slowly getting smaller. And as we get a foul there called on the Grizzlies, that's now 9 personals on OU. Free throws on the way from Millender, who is yet to miss today. He's 5 for 5. Not the guy you want to commit the foul on.
Need to come up with something on Oakland's side.
And just like that, the lead is 10 with 5 minutes to go. 59-49. Nevelarua with the ball in transition. Tosses it over to DQ Cole at the logo. Guarded by Millender. Looking for some sort of movement. Hoth trying to get open underneath. Nevelarua comes underneath. Good baseline pass there. He's got it with his back to the basket. Good, the defender. Can't go up with it. Finds Mukeba on the other block. He goes up as well. And good defense there for IU Indy, but it's going to be a foul called. So now Mukeba's going to the line.
There have been an inordinate amount of stoppages in play. I think one of the things that Oakland has benefited from is continued fluid play. When there's just a tremendous amount of stoppages in play, Oakland gets all out of sorts, and that's what's happening right now.
I think rhythm is a huge thing, as what you described.
Yeah.
As someone who played sports at points in time, there were even some times where I'd be playing basketball and there'd be a foul called, even for our team to shoot free throws, and I would at a point almost get frustrated, like,
yeah,
can we just let it go? Because the rhythm's good right now. We're playing well, and even though we're shooting the free throws, the stoppage of play can definitely ruin the flow that you have so far. Both free throws converted by OU, and an offensive foul called on Millender. Great work by Mashur.
Yeah, he took that charge hard.
Off the inbounds pass.
Yeah, that's toughness right there.
As a freshman going in and doing something like that, it shows the tenacity that he has as a guy who's only been here for, 5, 6, 7 months.
Yeah, and if nothing else, that shows you that even as a freshman, he's a guy you want to play around. He's a guy you want to be around. He's a guy you want to play with, and he's not a guy you want to play against.
Mashur tosses it over to DQ, guarded by Walker. Finds Mukeba down low. The defender good. Passes it out to Mashur. Finds himself open. Lets one go. Off target. Rebounded by Mukeba. Tough bucket, but a good defensive rebound for Craig.
Again, not finishing well.
Craig's got it in transition. He attacks Mukeba. Ball stripped by the OU defense, Another forced turnover. That's 15 total now for IU Indy. Great defensive performance here for OU. 61-49 with 4 minutes to go. Handed it off to DQ Cole. Up top, Walker the defender. Mukeba off to Mashur. Down low and wide open is Baru for an easy 2. He's got 14.
Yeah, it seemed like Mashur was trying to find Baru the entire time. Baru did his job and got the easy basket.
In the corner, Zelinskis passes up the 3. All the way across court pass. Open is Craig. He attacks. And the floater is good.
He's been doing that a lot. He's been getting those little floaters from basically the elbow. And Oakland really hasn't been able to either close out or stop this.
He's got 13, leads IU Indy in scoring. Along with rebounds, too. He's got 8, leads. He's tied in rebounds with Mukeba. 18 and 8 for Mukeba. Ball over to Isaiah Jones, guarded by Walker. Mukeba, or up top, Nevalarua. Guarded by Good. Screen there from Mukeba. Playing like a point guard step back for Baru. And that one's off target. Not really what I'd expect from
Yeah,
Baru.
but it's another empty possession for Oakland. I mean, you still have 3 minutes left in this game. You cannot string together empty possessions and have IU Indy come up with baskets.
What a steal there from Mukeba. Just kind of takes it away from the attacker. DQ with the step back lets one go. That one's in for 3.
He was going to find it eventually. I mean, he had been trying to do that in the early part of the second half. It just wasn't working. He was taking good shots. DQ Cool finally found it.
He's got 14 now. 66-51. 15-point lead now for Oakland with 2:30 to go. We're going to take a quick break for this media timeout. Score 66-51. We'll be back with you shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to WXOU Sports on YouTube. As we come out of this media timeout, score is 66-51 with 2:30 to go. Oakland with the 15-point lead over the Jaguars.
Can they finish this out, Gavin? Let's see.
We got a little nervous there for a bit as this game came to just 10 with about 4.5 to go. But Oakland has stood strong in the last minute and a half, and now they're up by 15. That shot, I mean, I don't even know if off target is the word I'd use to describe it.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Another deflection, I believe. Another good block. If that was DQ, he's got 4. I'm not sure if that was him. Ball taken out of bounds by Walker. Tosses into Millender. In the corner finds Craig, lets one go. That one's off target. Good offensive board to keep it alive. Walker found. That one's off target as well. Good rebound by Mukeba. He's got 9 tonight. Up top, Mashur still in this game now for OU, playing a lot in the stretch, down the stretch here. Guarded by Walker up top. Tosses it over to DQ Cole. Mukeba's got it. Guarded by Good. Double team comes. Mukeba not aware of it. Spins out of control. And they're going to call, I believe, was that a travel, I think, on Mukeba. Maybe a personal foul. Either way, it's going the other way. Ball back in the hands of IU Indy. 66-51 with 1:45 to go. Up top, Millender's got it. Jones, the defender. He takes one. Rattles out just off target. And skying for the rebound is Neville Arua.
Now, Millender's shot there looks pretty scary for a second, then it rattled out.
Up top, Mashur, guarded by Zelinskis. Zelinskis has not been the primary ball carrier defender so far this game. We'll see if Mashur can do some work. Over to Neville Arua. Back to Jones. Down low is Mukeba. He goes up, and that one rolls in.
Yeah, I got the friendly bounce there. Mukeba didn't put enough mustard on it, but, you know, Mukeba's still leading the team in points. He's got 20 now.
That one down baseline. Great defense there by Mukeba, and they're going to call a foul. He thought he had him. And a full line change coming for OU, returning Woodrich, Jalen Jones, Braggs, Majuk, and Jack Hoth. Hoth coming back on, getting major minutes in this game. 23 so far. He does have 4 personals, though. Maybe the reason we haven't seen him as much as of recent. Walker's free throw is on target. 53 seconds to go. This one's looking like it's just about wrapped up. 68-52, 16-point lead. And a great performance for OU as the starters get a standing ovation. Second free throw on the way from Walker. He's got 9 tonight, looking to push himself to double figures. And on target. So a big win in the books here for OU. IU Indy not backing down. They're going to force a timeout called. And it looks like they're going to keep it on the floor. And Hoth will take it out of bounds for OU. They keep their possession alive with that timeout. Looking to get something going with 48 to go. So a win in the books would put Oakland at 4-4 in the conference on the year.
Back to 500. You know, it's 0-0 now. You just continue to play this Horizon League slate as if everything is 0-0. That's, I think, the mentality that they're going to have to go into every game with. Because if you're thinking about, you know, trying to claw back, you can't be in the mindset if you have to claw back, you now have an opportunity to claw back, right?
And it's another, back-to-back big wins, one of them being in Northern Kentucky. Another win here.
Which is huge.
Gives confidence.
That is considered the hardest road trip in the Horizon League. Going to Wright State in front of those rabid fans and then going to Highland Heights to face Northern Kentucky. Another great group of fans that really make it hard for their opponents to score and get their offense and, find a rhythm.
Quick 3 from Walker. Takes the lead to 16. IU Indy not giving up. And almost forced the turnover. They're going to review that one. This becoming a very long final minute.
Yeah, it really is.
16.
And it's like we were saying earlier. I mean, this just you lose the rhythm of the game when you have all these stoppages in play. But I mean, you have to do your due diligence with, calling the game fairly and making sure that, you're calling a spade a spade. You're not giving any team any unfair advantage and just saying, let them play when it could change the complexion of the game. Not that it could at this point. I mean, a 14-point lead with 39 seconds left is pretty much insurmountable, but you need to continue playing. You need to continue officiating the same way you have been since the first few seconds of the first half.
Couple big performances here tonight. Alan Mukeba won for the books. 20 points on 7 for 8 from the field. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. Just a fantastic performance. Always feel free to check out WXOU Sports on YouTube for full game broadcasts and game recaps and player interviews. And it'll remain with OU. Ball will be taken out by Hoff. Inbound pass to Jones. And Hoff trapped in the backcourt, able to get rid of it. Jalen Jones, that's the 8-second violation. Good defense there by IU Indy to force another turnover. With 32 to go, just not going away. Follow WXOU on Instagram for updates on possible events with WXOU Sports. WXOU, we're looking to possibly get a few in I guess you could say in restaurant pregame broadcasts for some upcoming games. Follow WXOU on Instagram for updates on those. Score now 70-59, 11-point lead. Another foul on IU Indy, 16 seconds to go. Not giving up. And 2 free throws coming up from Jones. So Mukeba with 20, DQ Cole and Neville Arua with 14 each. Neville Arua shooting 7 for 8 from the field as well. Just great performances all around for the OU big men. That's something we've seen a lot. Both playing 34 minutes as well in this game. Along with Walker and Craig on IU Indy's side, they also play 34. Walker leading in points for IU Indy with 16. Craig with 13 on 4 for 10 from the field. And OU did the one thing we needed them to do, which was hold Zelinskis. He only hit 2 threes today, 2 for 7, 8 total points. And that's going to be the ball game. 72-59, 13-point win for OU. And that will round them off at 4 and 4 in the Horizon League. As always, we thank you for tuning in to WXOU Sports on YouTube. We will see you next time.